Okay, we're gonna start my wife's birthday dinner. She requested a Cajun style meal. I've made her before. We've got some fresh shrimp here from a local family market. Great people, great prices. We'll definitely be back there again. And I bought them, I was getting ready to clean them, and they've already done all the dirty work. So that's even better and saves me some time. Over here we have some avocado oil starting to warm up a little bit. If you ever cook shrimp, you know that you don't need to cook them long. So what I'm doing here is just kind of warming them on each side, get a little bit of that flavor, and then I will be showing you some of the scallops we picked up from that same market here in a little bit. Now I've got the shrimp in the pan, as you can tell, warming up nice. I'm going to flip them here shortly and then remove them from the heat. Now we've got a little bit of color to them on both sides. We pulled them off the heat and we will be doing our scallops shortly. Okay, we've got those beautiful sea scallops down. We're not going to cook them very long either. We're just going to get a little color on both sides and pull those off. Mainly what I'm doing is using the shrimp and the scallops to season a little bit of the oil before I put some heavy cream and a little bit of tomato paste and some of my homemade Cajun seasoning in here to start making the sauce. And that'll soak up some of those flavors and really add that extra to it. Now here is our scallops. You notice how they're just a little bit darker instead of just an opaque white. A lot of people are intimidated by seafood. Don't be. You just have to be patient. You have to watch it. It's a lot shorter cook time than any other meat. So just be aware. Don't walk away, and you'll be successful at cooking it. I decided at the last second to use some rice wine vinegar to deglaze the pan. As you can see, I've dropped a little bit of tomato paste in there, so I'll be throwing that in. But that rice wine vinegar will add just a little bit of sweetness to the sauce. This is also one thing I do when making my homemade spaghetti sauce. I always put a little bit of tomato paste down, usually just a regular can of it, and I toast it first. You'd be amazed at the flavors that come out when you toast your tomato paste and then add your other ingredients, whatever it may be in. Okay, as you can see, it's toasting up nicely. I also threw a little bit of my homemade Cajun seasoning in there. And also, as far as deglazing, you can use a wine, you can kind of use anything you want to deglaze a pan with. But if you ever do cook with a wine, be it red, white, whatever, or even a beer, do not use something you don't drink. And I learned that at a very young age, because if you don't drink that particular wine or beer, it's not going to have the same flavor as when you do cook with the stuff you're willing to drink and enjoy. So just a little tip, always use, when cooking a wine or a beer, the stuff you drink, not just cheap stuff to throw in a pan to cook. It will make a difference. Okay, as you can see, we have poured in the heavy cream with our toasted tomato paste, our deglazed rice vinegar, and the Cajun seasoning. We're going to cook this up for a little bit. I'll get some chicken cut up as well, so that'll be ready. I went ahead and cooked that in the oven earlier just to kind of help everything cook evenly. Chicken, as we know, takes longer than fish, so I started that ahead of time to make sure everything could kind of go in at one time and really help the flavors. I don't know how many people have seen this, but this is the greatest tool ever. It's a scraper, a spatula, and a whisk all in one. My beautiful wife picked this up for me, and it has been amazing to cook with. Okay, as you can see, the chicken I cooked earlier, I seasoned up. Got some of it cut up, and I've already got it thrown into the pan here. I will be doing a little bit more of a short video. Our son has a shellfish allergy, so I'm going to do a completely different set for him. I've got the utensils set aside and everything. I've got them washed, got all the oils and everything off, so when I make his, he's even going into a different pan to make sure we don't cross-contaminate. Okay, we've got our shrimp, scallops, and chicken in the sauce. We're going to turn this down to a low heat and let it simmer together for just a little bit. Kind of let the shrimp and scallops finish cooking, which won't take long at all, but being our chicken is already done and cooked through, that won't be an issue at all. We're going to do our son's next to make sure he can enjoy this lovely meal with all of us. Dinner is served and ready to go. It is a Cajun shrimp, scallop, and chicken pasta.